This monument to the Ten Commandments is located on the northwest side of the Texas Capitol. The biblical rules could end up in every school classroom under SB 1515. The state Senate sent it to the House Thursday night, sparking another discussion about separation of church and state.
Well, I think the truth is the truth. If I speak truth, then it doesn't mean that I'm trying to impose you to change your mind. But if you happen to hear the truth and believe it, then that's something different. I think we all have the free will to decide whether what we're hearing is truth to us or not.
The Republican-controlled Senate pushed through several conservative bills that sparked an evening of contentious debates, described this way by Scott Braddock with the Quorum Report.
Feeding frenzy in the Texas Senate. It is a lot of red meat, a red meat buffet, if you will. And a lot of this, I think, has to do with sort of the legislative chess game that's going on between the Lieutenant Governor, Dan Patrick, and the Speaker, Dade Phelan.
One of the hottest issues was SB 17. It requires all state universities to shut down diversity, equity, and inclusion offices. Republicans claim the programs push extreme liberal beliefs.
You have compelled speech, and when you have compelled speech, you do not have free speech. When you have compelled speech, you have exclusive requirements, and when you have exclusivity, you have no diversity and you have no inclusion.
And my worst fears, and do you share with me, that it's going to be interpreted as Texas going back in time instead of forward.
Legislation banning tenure for university professors also passed. Clearing the House may be in doubt, but Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has certainly fulfilled several big promises, according to political analyst Mark Jones.
And that is sending a signal to university presidents throughout the state that if they don't rein in their DEI initiatives and essentially rein in some of their more progressive tenure track faculty and areas like critical race theory, et cetera, then the state will step in and do it for them, if not this session, next session.
I asked Braddock if ballot box backlash is possible because of all the hard right legislation.
If you go all the way back to 2017, that was another one of those red meat legislative sessions. If people remember anything about it, they would probably remember the bathroom bill and a ban on sanctuary cities, which is very divisive. Then you go to the 18 election, and guess what? You had the Republican Party take some losses in the legislature, but you also have to remember that was with the backdrop of Trump being in office, and you had an unpopular incumbent Republican senator, Ted Cruz, who even a lot of Republicans don't like. So I don't see that shaping up in the near future, another election just like that. I think when people point to 2018, they're pointing to an election that was somewhat of an anomaly.